Now, our next comic, you may have seen him on the local news, but not in handcuffs. You may have seen him on the History Channel. You may have been hallucinating. Here he is, the Professor of Pot, Dr. Mitch Earleywine.
Mitch Earleywine. Every stoner thinks he's like the captain of cannabis, you know. But I wrote the fucking book on marijuana. Some of you seem familiar with the plant. So here it is, published by Oxford University Press and printed on hemp paper. So if you don't like a page, tear it out and smoke it. Now, you know hemp is only 2% THC. You know what THC stands for? The happy chemical. Here's the Spanish translation. I don't actually speak Spanish, but one more tequila and I will be the Mexican Jew. Shalom, amigo. Actually, if you do speak Spanish, you're more likely to get arrested. Fucking drug war. And last year, the Polish translation. Ooh. Because when I think marijuana, oh yeah, I think Poland. You read Polish?
Not read.
Okay. Then I guess we're both fucked. I am living proof you can be a cannabis activist and still get married. Thanks for not laughing. No, it's really, well, single folks in the crowd, what do you say? By a round of applause?
Woo! Oh, sorry. Yeah.
If I can find someone, anyone can. It really just takes listening skills, persistence, and duct tape. Actually, I don't even know what to say. Maybe if you're romantic, it helps. I asked my wife when we took our vows, could we get our rings engraved? We'd have the words, you know, for eternity in there. So inside my wife's ring it says, the best is yet to be. Inside my ring it says, put it back on, honey. No, it really says, the loneliness is over. Just like the sex. I fucked your brother. How'd he get so big? Just kidding. I can fit a lot inside a ring.
Yeah, really.
She didn't fuck my brother before we were married.
Oh.
No, my wife is the perfect partner for me. A lot of comics make fun of their wives cooking. Not me. That is no way to get a blowjob. Besides, my wife's a great cook. I love popcorn. The other day we had a new dish, Pop-Tarts. And a special dessert, Pop Rocks. You can probably tell from my accent I'm from Missouri. Show me.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Missouri it is. Missouri's actually Chippewa for we love Jews. On a spit. My mom was Jewish, but my dad is Baptist, so I used to beat the shit out of myself for killing Christ. At my baptism, I actually tried to drown myself. But Mom saved the day. you don't think of Kansas City or St. Louis as particularly anti-Semitic, but I'm from Festus. When you're driving into town, there's a big billboard that says, Festus is bestest. We're not like that liberal Ferguson. Back in my teens, there was this waitress at the local diner who used to always touch me right here. Before it was my minoxidil spot. I said, what are you doing? She said, checking for horns. Like, lady, I really hate that stereotype. I'm half Jewish, but I only got one. I'm the Jewish unicorn. Besides, I file it down. Here to check for foreskin? Let's just say it's the only diner where I can get a chef salad and a happy ending. I love dinner in Albany, but lunch in Missouri. Actually, well, shit. There's a rabbi here in town, and he doesn't really like those jokes, as you might guess. I don't want to name any names, but his name rhymes with Schmelligberg. Or his friends call him Moose. He says, Mitch Earleywine, I want you should stop with the Jew jokes. What if people don't know you're Jewish? Like somebody's going to confuse me for the Scandinavian ski champion. So I spent 14 years teaching at University of Southern California. USC, Southern California. The students have fucking Beamers. I'm in there on my moped. University of spoiled children. Football is huge there, home of the Trojans. Love cheering for a team with a reservoir tip. I'm just moving them for your pleasure. I always felt sorry for the announcers, right? They're like, and it's the Trojans up against the Carolina Gamecocks. The Cocks are complaining about the coverage
of the Trojans.
Oh, they always do, Bob. They always do. Winner against this match goes to Mount St. Mary. Stiff competition from all states. And we're all looking forward to Moorhead. So now I teach at one of the local schools. I'm not allowed to say. They don't really want to be, affiliated with Professor Pot. Let's just say super undergraduates need jobs. Actually, most of the students don't need jobs because they already got two. It's a great school. It really is. I teach the drug class.
Yeah.
I teach a large course on drugs. I mean, non-drugs. Well, caffeine kind of counts. Great students there. It hasn't always been that way for me. I used to teach at a community college. I had a guy, let's call him Marley. First day, I know it's going to be trouble, right? It's like, Dr. Mitch, when's the lecture on bong engineering? Next time I see him, poor guy has no eyebrows. He's like, you gonna cover freebasing fire safety? So I write the Ask Dr. Mitch column for High Times magazine.
Yes.
What other magazine has Bud of the Month? It's got a fold out and it's not negative. I also do a podcast for CannabisRadio.com. It's called Burning Issues.
Yeah.
So I get the weirdest fucking emails on Earth. Some folks still believe in amotivational syndrome. That's where you smoke pot, so you don't want to do anything for society. Couldn't be you didn't want to do anything, so you decided to smoke pot. If you pull my finger and I fart, it's not because you pulled my finger. And then tons and tons of folks ask about, can marijuana make you die? You could get hit by a bale. But a lethal dose, if there is one, it's probably 2 pounds. You would literally just smoke joint after joint after joint after joint. If you got 2 pounds of pot and you don't call your friends, you fucking deserve to die.
Yeah, right.
What was the other thing I wanted to say?
What?
Oh yeah, memory. At least pot's not as bad as Lipitor. No, seriously. During intoxication, it is hard to encode new information, like, where are the fucking Twinkies? But once you're down, you're down. Users and non-users are pretty much the same. They do these giant studies, memorize long lists of words. Non-users remember, on average, about 15 words. Users remember about 14.5. So don't smoke marijuana. You might forget half a word. Trying to remember dictionary? You won't remember dick. The other thing we covered, and I hate to bring it up, but it's the history of marijuana prohibition. Not our brightest part of American history. Particularly tough on my brothers and sisters of color. And no one was safe. Even legendary jazz trumpeter Louis Armstrong went to jail for possession. As you might guess, my student Marley had a real hard time with that. He's like, Dr. Mitch, that is so wrong. If Louis Armstrong did time, then why'd they let him be the first dude on the moon? I'm getting this image of Louis in a big old space helmet, right up on the moon. What a wonderful world.
Get the new one.
But the question I get most, far and away, is marijuana an aphrodisiac? Does marijuana help sex? Let's be honest. It's not lubricant. There is a way to improve female sexual desire. It's called listening. But you don't need pot to have good sex. Seriously. You do need to hear 2 sounds. Mm-hmm. And mm-mm. Can everybody give me a mm-hmm?
Uh-huh.
And a mm-mm. Good sex tonight. Now seriously, straight guys, lesbians, wouldn't that be a huge help if you suddenly heard mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How else are you supposed to know what a woman wants you to do to her hand? I'm Dr. Mitch Earleywine.
one more time, Dr. Mitch Earleywine.